Hello Capricorn, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for May, and I'm using a combination of intuition, tarot and astrology to do these readings. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. Oh, that card just fully flew out. I'll just grab it. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Okay, so the Two of Feathers, decisions and directions. This is the Two of Swords. All right, so lots of choices, lots of decisions, lots of things that you need to work out what path you're going down, what direction you're heading in. So I feel like this is a lot of little things, not rather than one big decision, but we'll see how it plays out. Let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Capricorn. So it feels like you're going to be busy. Mentally very busy, and Mercury, the planet that represents our minds, is moving super fast in May, and it speeds through Aries, Taurus and Gemini. So I feel like it's lots of little things you have to decide upon. Let's pull this card. This felt like the right card, and we have, I might pull both of them actually. We've got Pentacle King, Taurus Crown. Very nice. So May is Taurus season moving into Gemini season. So we do have a bit of Earth, and with Mercury moving into Taurus, this is a good time for you guys to kind of get things done. But Pentacle King, Taurus Crown with Cup 9 Moon Pisces is very nice. Very, very nice energy. So if you are doing things, if there's someone that you're intuitively connecting to, and if you're doing something creative that involves a beautiful connection, it needs to be fulfilling. There's also money here that can be gained through fulfillment, which is actually very nice. So, I feel like there's sort of something very deeply satisfying, but this could be a hobby or a passion as well that comes in. So it's very nice. You might be doing something around the home with a lot of moon energy coming in, but very creative, pleasurable money vibes coming through for you, Capricorn. So interesting. Let's see what else is coming in, because this is very different energy for you. So Pentacle King usually means money when it comes into my readings, but I just get enjoyment and pleasure. You might want to really, it's a little bit indulgent, I have to say. It's kind of the opposite to some energies that we normally get for you, but it feels a little bit like pleasure and indulgence, spending money on something that you find really deeply fulfilling, or something or someone that you love. And it might be, oh, what am I going to buy this person? Maybe I'm buying them a gift, or where do I want to go for the weekend? Maybe I want to splurge a little bit. It's got that energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be, it's a very generous energy. So there's generosity and fulfillment. It doesn't have to be that you're spending lots of money. Maybe you're making somebody a really beautiful meal. But it just feels like you're sharing the love and generosity here. It feels really nice. Really nice. I feel like I'm going out picnicking with a glass of wine with someone I really like. That's the feeling that they're showing me here. So the Four of Cups, this is kind of the question, is that I guess it's a bit dreamy. It's a bit of a bit idyllic, I guess. So what are you dreaming of here? Because I feel like this little lizard here is dreaming of this. So if I could go to whatever land I wanted to, with whatever person I wanted, with whatever riches I wanted, or if I had a day off, or if I went, they always ask you that thing, if you lived on a desert island, who would you invite? Or if you had 10 people for dinner, who would it be? And it's sort of like, what's this little lizard dreaming of here? What is this idyllic thing, that lifestyle or relationship or thing that you're dreaming of? Because it feels like, how are you, interestingly, the little lizard thinks, well, how am I going to make this happen? How am I going to bring this into my world? What are my choices here? And how do I What is my decision about the direction that I'm going in? So it may be that you're dreaming of something or someone different or better. It probably doesn't sound right, but that's kind of, it just feels like I've got a dream here. I'm dreaming of something, or daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing, having a fantasy about something or someone. And then it's kind of like, yeah, what is this telling you that you're really wanting, that you're really desiring here? Because it feels very much like it's important for you to dream and connect to the dream. And that dream will tell you a lot about where to go next. You are being very strongly guided. The fact that the Star card is coming out as well. So Capricorn, I just want to say, dream a little dream. It's time to dream and listen to those dreams, and not only see them as dreams, but see them as little pointers into a new direction in some way. So Capricorn, I just want to let you know that this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller picture of what's going on for you, a more holistic view, and they will all resonate slightly differently. So just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate and you'd like to explore it further, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So there's a lot of positive energy here. Allow yourself to dream a little, and it might involve money or another person somehow, enjoyment, pleasure, all these sort of energies coming in, because you're breaking free of some kind of limitation. You're breaking free here. So let's see. Woo, look at you. Off you go. Traveling off to somewhere new, feeling happy and clear. So you make your choice and decision here, which is really wonderful. So 9 of Wands, I think this is a really good time for you to book a vacation, a holiday, to go somewhere different or do something different, very different that you've been dreaming of here. And I just feel like I want to either book it or make it happen. That's because here we have the 4 of Cups, where somebody's feeling disillusioned and a bit restless. And what are the emotional foundations? Of looking at the emotional, intuitive foundations of your world. How are you feeling about where you're at in general, about your life, where you're living, your relationship, how you're traveling around, what sort of, how do you travel? Do you travel by bus, car, walk, ride? What is this? The 4 of Cups feels like there's something on offer that you're just going, I think it could feel a bit better. I think I could search for something a bit different, and cross by the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is the new beginning, but the new abundant beginning hasn't presented itself, or it's like I can't see how that's tangibly possible here with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, this dream, can that become a reality? Or am I just dreaming? Am I imagining this? So at the base, we have the Lovers card, and interestingly, I was wondering if the Lovers card was going to come out, because this feels like a lot of little choices and decisions, a little bit of daydreaming, but it's saying there is a bigger choice here. Deep down, we have the Lovers card. It's about a choice, and especially a choice to do with a relationship or a commitment that's coming in. There could be, it might seem like something's not really possible, or that's just a dream. But the Lovers card is going, well, why are you not choosing it though? So it's never going to happen if you don't choose it. And then, that seems to be the thing. It feels like there's a bigger choice, a bigger life choice at the base of all of this, about satisfaction and what makes you happy and fulfilled. And then we have in your conscious mind the 7 of Swords. So it's sort of like plans to get me out of here, plans afoot. Yeah, plans afoot, 7 of Swords, maybe reevaluating where you're at, what sort of ideal plan you had. And it might be that you're not necessarily telling everybody about this plan. Now, this is the character escaping the military camp, or those tents there. It's like, I just want a little bit more freedom and fun and adventure, or enjoyment and pleasure. I need to kind of make a plan for that in some way. So, yeah, it feels like that's really important. In the recent past, we have the Ten of Swords. It feels almost like you want to wipe your hands of something or someone and just go, I'm done with that. Finished, completed, over. You may have found completed some kind of project, or it's just like, I don't want to think about that anymore. It's just like, I'm done with that. Or you had to say no, or it finished, whatever it was. They keep showing me like this, the hands of like, I'm done with it kind of thing. Washing my hands of that. I've finished with it. I mean, there could have been a good ending. The Ten of Swords could be, I finished that book, or I completed that project. I graduated, I studied, I finished an essay, whatever it is. But the Ten of Swords, I finished that podcast series. But it feels like something's over, and now there's this space inside your mind. I mean, the Ten of Swords could equally be like, I'm done and dusted with that old story. I'm done with that person. I'm done with that old energy, whatever it is. It's like done. So that can be positive and negative, but either way, it's created space here for you to start thinking, well, what's next? What do I want to bring into my world next? And so in the near future, we have this beautiful Knight of Pentacles moving forward slowly. It starts grounding down. The Pentacle King, that vision, sends his Knight into action. So he's like, maybe, just maybe, I could do this. Maybe, just maybe, it is possible. And let the idea sink in. Something starts to ground down and sink in, because this king, this energy that you've been thinking about, could even be a person, a way to spend money, a person that has money. It could just be a vision of something that you've always dreamed or wanted to do. I've always wanted to do this one day. And then the king, this thing or person that you've been thinking about, sends the Knight out and says, so you didn't think this was possible, but maybe it is. And you start thinking about it. So you're turning up as the Star card, which I love because it's very future orientated, the Star card, very guided by that beautiful gold star there, feeling more hopeful and feeling like you're receiving some kind of guidance in terms of where you're heading. And it feels very divinely inspired, or feeling like you're receiving the right guidance here. Whatever's happening with it coming through your crown chakra or your higher self, you're receiving the right guidance as to how to move forward. There could be this very deeply spiritual connection that comes through. The Star card also represents peace and healing that comes in after perhaps some drama or dramatic or traumatic event that can come through with it as well. But you're in a healing phase at this moment where you're being very divinely guided, receiving some wonderful guidance, and it's making this dream seem a little bit more possible. So that's why it's interesting. You've got these aces hanging around you here. I mean, you are blocked by the Ace of Pentacles, but around you is the Ace of Wands. And what do we need to activate this seed that's feeling a bit blocked? But the fire will germinate the seed, the Ace of Wands. And so there's something or someone around you that you're going, I really want that. That's what I really want. Pay attention to that thing, because that's connected to this little vision here. And the universe is conspiring to show you how it is possible. So this is the wonderful thing around you. There's something new activating, and it's like, oh, I want that. And I desire that. I want that. And you could be feeling really motivated to get it. Or whether it's a person or not. So energy, hopes and fears is the Five of Wands. And this is a challenge to grow, challenge to test yourself out, to try something new. Do you want to challenge yourself and do something new, or test and do a trial or try something out, or not? Is that scary, or is it exciting, or a bit of both, because it's in hopes and fears? And we have as the outcome the Eight of Swords, the Fool card, and the Ace of Swords. So this Eight of Swords cannot see how it's possible still, and is not connected to its intuition, is feeling bound, frustrated, and stuck. And in comes the Fool. And this new energy, this new clarity comes in. The Ace of Swords comes in and cuts those binds and says, here you see that the new beginning is possible. With optimism and lightness and renewed vigor, you can take a leap of faith, step into something new. It feels really wonderful and new, and it's a really exciting idea. And the clarity just feels clear. It's like, I want to do this, and I want to break free of the limitations, and I'm doing something new and exciting here. And so the idea takes shape, and it feels like, yeah, just take a leap of faith. That's what it feels like here with the Fool, this beautiful optimism of, yeah, I just have to do this, which feels really great. So you're breaking free of, your mind is broken free of limitations. Maybe you just need a mental break of some sort here to get away, or to just try and activate this new thing that is connected to this vision. And we have as the overall energy the Nine of Wands, which is saying there's a part of you that's just tired. This is the wounded warrior. You've met lots of challenges and battles. Where are you soul weary? Where are you tired? Where are you ready to just let everything go, start something new, step into something new that feels exciting and feels reinvigorating in some way? So the Nine of Wands is almost where you're like, I'm too worn down or too tired to even think about that. But at the same time, like I said, it feels like the universe is conspiring to bring this wonderful, fresh reset, new perspective, mental break, whatever this is. And it's like, maybe you're needing a new challenge of some sort, or a new goal of some sort. You need something. You need to, like, how can I get to that next mountain? How can I get to this vision? So it's all very much the beginning, the aces and the zero of the Fool. It's very much like, boom, I can suddenly see this new beginning. I see it's possible. It feels exciting. So we're going to explore that in the extended reading, because that Fool is about to jump off the cliff. It's got a clear vision in its head where it's going, but we'll see where the next steps are and where it actually lands in the extended. So if you're interested in exploring that further, the link will be in the description box below. But let's get an affirmation card for you as you move through this energy, Capricorn. The affirmation is, I am worth loving. Beautiful. I do not have to earn love. I'm lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself, which is really beautiful. And I feel like they just bring it back to what this little lizard is thinking about here with the Two of Feathers. What is the motivating vision and force in the first place that's getting stirred up here with the Four of Cups? The thing that's motivating you to do this, because it's like a little seed that gets planted and then activates. And it's got something to do with this energy of I am worth loving as well. So let's pull a charm for you. So charm for Capricorn. What is the message? Oh, we've got two. Let's see. We have the peace symbol and the moth and the butterfly. I read them as both. Beautiful. So the peace symbol represents quite literally peace, but it also, the words I'm being given is have faith. Have faith. You're taking a leap of faith. It represents faith. It represents the cross. It represents peace. It represents faith. And then we have the butterfly, which represents, and the moth. I read it as the moth and the butterfly, this one. The moth flies to the light. Fly to the light. Trust that higher perspective, the higher frequency that's guiding you here. The star is guiding you. Fly to the light and have faith. And then transformation can occur. So that's your reading, Capricorn. That's it. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we're going to have a look at this fresh new start, this leap of faith for the Fool, new perspective, brilliant new idea, whatever it is that's coming in. How is the Fool going to land? Like we said, it's got its little trusty dog by its side that I'm just noticing now. I quite literally have my dog at my feet. You might hear it snoring. He's hurt his leg, actually, so he's being a bit of a sook bag. But the dog is by the side. That represents some kind of loyal companion, or something that has been there, a loyal energy that's been there with you all this time. So it feels like you're not necessarily going on this alone. You're not going alone with this. There's something that's coming along here that's supporting with you. There's a supportive energy. So where does the Fool land? We'll look at that, the next steps in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. We'll also pull some soul messages. The Fool is new consciousness. So maybe there's so much more the Fool needs to tap into. We could tap into that, get some intuitive messages. That's all in the extended reading. Like I said, the link is in the description box below. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, Capricorn. Love to read your comments, and take care.